Nibbles. J-Dog back and some more goddamn questions. Starting at the top because we got a goddamn stack building up. Dan Litter, Jesus fucking Christ. Dan Litterio, Lillo, some, however the fuck you pronounce that shit. Paid question. Hey, dog, been watching for quite a while now, but this is my first time sending a paid ski. Had two questions for you whenever you get the chance to read this. Here we are. One, have you ever thought about possibly doing a repress of the first few Lividity albums, EPs on vinyl or CD cassettes? Yes, actually I have. I'll probably ask Dave at the show. They're coming, what is it, October something? I don't know, it's marked in the goddamn calendar. To Cleveland, set up an interview with them. And my main one I'd want to do is The Age of Clitoral Decay on vinyl. I don't personally give a shit about a cassette, and CD is out, but because I don't have a vinyl of it, there is a vinyl in existence. But it's weird though. Like I've never seen them or nothing. I know people, I've seen them on eBay and stuff, but I've never seen one in person, so they weren't in heavy circulation. And where I seen it, I think like even on eBay, it's just the logo. It just says Age of Clitoral Decay. But then I've heard rumors it's the reissue cover art, which I didn't really like, the CD reissue art. So I'd want to do original cover only. So even if it does exist on vinyl, just like the Mortal Decay, which by the way, that Mortal Decay, actually, as a matter of fact, had a fucking goddamn CD here, original. Um, that's at press, and hopefully it's done in the next month or two, done in our hands. But just like that, the Mortal Decay, it's original cover. It got reissued on Digipack, CD, and cassette, what, 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever the fuck it was. I did think that reissue cover art was pretty cool, but I wanted original. First time on vinyl. The Lividity, the I guess second time on vinyl, but the original cover only. See what he says. Fetish for the Sick, I'm not against. We had them in stock a few times. Dog owns it, of course. Um, but I really like, I guess I realized, didn't even think about it until now. One of my favorite official live albums of all time, as far as especially death metal and shit, is the Show Us Your Tits live. The reason I like it is the vocals are low and brutal, and distinguishable, and they're not like those goddamn Toad vocals on Age of Couture, which I do like. At first, when I first heard it, I didn't, but I like it because it's so goddamn unique. Um, Shows your tits. It's funny too, because dude, all you newbies, all you fucking pussy boys, cancel culture, goddamn pink panty wearing pussy boys. Go and listen to that. Go listen to Show Us Your Tits. Fucking all kinds of F-bombs on there. It's great. That would never fly today. Do that on vinyl. It's never been on vinyl. Well, I'd dog be up for that. That would be one fine LP release. It's been on vinyl, dog. It has. News to fucking me. I've never seen it. Maybe it has. But I've never seen it. I don't think, to my knowledge, it has not been. So I'm just talking right now, actually, in case it's send this over to Davey Boy, too. Not that he watches my goddamn shit. I would like to do Age of Clitoral Decay, original looky cover only. Show Us Your Tits, Fetish for the Sick. I guess because the reason I'm kind of skeptical is because it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was 5 years ago. So I don't know. Time fucking flies. We're having fun. But I guess may as well fucking do it. But because it looked good, the cover art was the original. It looked good. It was proper pressing. I guess may as well do that while we're at it. And what's the second full like? Till Only the Sick Remain. That's the one I know the least. And after that, I checked out because was it Bishop or whatever who was doing the vocals mainly. When he left, I didn't care because to me the band sounded different. That's nothing against them. I don't think that they suck or anything like that. They still keep it shit, bro. To me it was just a different band. It's kind of like Marduk. I don't think after Legion left, I don't think that shit sucks. It just to me, Magic was gone. It's not. It's just I don't even know if Magic was gone. It's just a different band. It's what I grew up on as a kid. Enthroned, same thing. Shabbat and Leaves. That stuff I didn't think it sucked, but I thought it was definitely. Oh, here's some black metal that the world did not goddamn need. Um, but Lividity was in that category too. Once he left, not, I'm just not feeling it. I personally collect tapes and asked the dude who runs Dissonant Tapes if he'd ever be willing to do Fetish for the Sick and cassette, and he said, I don't like Lividity. Personally, I think if you don't like Lividity, you have no fucking balls. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, because to me, like, Lividity is it's hard to say now. I give them so much up, but to me, they're a newbie band in my goddamn book. They're a late '90s, early 2000s band. That's not taking anything away from them, but I don't think they're an essential. You don't like Lavidity, man? That's like mandatory metal. I mean, Deceased is fucking mandatory metal. Fucking, obviously the Possessed, the Deaths, the Cannibals, the Deicides, Morbid Angels. That's the mandatory shit. I don't consider Lavidity by any stretch of the definition. Matter of fact, all the old guys, with the exception of Brian Baxter, I don't know any guys that are my age or I should say any of the guys older than me, all of which they grew up, say the Dawn of the Dead, the Jim Conyers, rest in peace, the Dwayne Morses, the Chris Doras, the Matt Soares, and I mean, dude, none of those guys like Lavidity. So like what I grew up on, I mean, go ask King Folly if he likes Lavidity. I guarantee he probably who? He doesn't like that shit. So to me, that was normal. That was like that was the newbie kiddo shit, like my era. It's just hilarious because these youngins, these 19-year-olds and shit, like the old school stuff. Lividity's not old school, bro. So I don't know about that. I just think if somebody tells me that I don't like Lividity, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. I can totally see that. But yeah, would love to hear what your thoughts on ever doing that. Just gave you those two. I heard Baxter's going to be doing a show with his other old brutal death metal band, Sodomize, on October 25th, I believe in Cleveland, No Class. And Lavidity is going to be headlining. That's the one I'm going to see. You know the goddamn date. I'm going there to see Lavidity and interview him. Love to see a part 3 with you and Brian. I mean, I probably won't do it there unless we're just sitting there with our dicks in our hands. He's probably busy because, I mean, he just lives 15, 20 minutes an hour from the warehouse. So he's easy to get. And a part 3 of Brian, I mean, the last one we texted back and forth, lots to talk about, bro. I'm like, great, glad you're that enthusiastic because I'll run out of shit if I'm the one doing it all. Now, as of now, like, for example, if we're to sit down and do another video, I don't know how I'd start the topic. Again, when he walks, we're like, if we're at a show, we're kind of hanging out talking, but that wouldn't be channel content. It would just be, I don't know, we're just shooting the shit, like, how was work, that type of crap. So, as far as making another video, as far as that'd be somewhat entertaining, I don't even know what we talk about. So if there's going to be a part 3, anytime in the near future, when I say near future, I mean within a few months or so, I would tell him, do you have some topics and let me know what they are. I can go ahead and ask them, or you can host it. You ask, and then we'll chime in together. Because as of right now, I've blown my load on you. I don't know what else I would ask you. Would love to see a part 3 with you and Brian, and possibly get you an interview with Dave Kibler from Lavidity. That's pretty much the only reason I'm going. If I'm being completely honest. Outside that, I don't even know if I'd go. That would be fucking awesome. They're my favorite band. Favorite band, huh? I guarantee you're 20 years old or younger, which is fine. That's cool. I'm just saying, they're not considered by any of the fucking old school goddamn metalists, the guys that have been this 20 plus years. Nobody considers them a mandatory band. They're for even for me. It's oh yeah, I like them too. I'll name off 50 fucking bands. If somebody's asking about music, they never met me before. I'll go down the goddamn list, and if somebody goes, "What about Lavidity?" Like, oh yeah, I like them too. Like the first couple albums. That's my response. By no means, I'd get to band 100. They wouldn't even enter my goddamn mind. But I do like it. Like I said, the Show Us Your Tits live. I think that's one of my favorite live discs, primarily because again, you gotta have commentary. I fucking told even GB that on the fucking as you guys saw in the interview. You gotta have commentary, man. I'll give you a little fucking fun fact, just as bands. I know for a fucking fact it makes a goddamn difference as far as if you're just doing this as a business or whatever. Think about it, dude. How many times, especially even Deicide, dude. I was just at the last show and every show, dude. I can tell you right now, I seen. Bro, there's this group of like 3 girls that came out together. They never heard Deicide. How do you know they don't like Deicide, dogs? I can just tell by fucking looking at them. They're like 12 years old. There's no fucking way. Their parents dragged them out. It's probably their dad's band, but like that was dad rock, or their boyfriend listens to some shit like that. And I seen at least, dude, out of the fucking, there's probably about 250 people there that night. I guarantee you, forget who's a poser, who's not. I can guarantee you, 100% guarantee you, there was at least 40 people there that don't know Deicide songs. When I say don't know them, maybe they heard an album in the background because the boyfriend or something was playing it. But I'm saying, if you put it on, they walked in, who are we listening to? They would not be able to identify. They would not be able to tell you this. So, what does that mean? If they are going to be a potential fan, live, let's call it like it fucking is, dude. Extreme music kind of blurs the fucking together. It really the fuck does. Now, not necessarily at Deicide level, Cannibal level, Malevolent Creation level, but damn sure, dude, if you're fucking Lavidity, Regurgitation, Devourment, Last Days of Humanity for sure. Dude, if you don't know the songs, like you do not know them, you can air guitar them. It's basically a wall of noise. Let's call it like the fuck it is. It's a wall of fucking noise. So, what's another way you're gonna have a potential goddamn fan? Is the commentary in between songs to draw them in, kind of get the crowd going, entertain them, say something fucking funny. Something's gonna stand out. Oh, we introduced this song by telling this mini little story. Prophecy was the best for that as far as the brutal shit. Prophecy from Texas. That's how I got into him. It was I liked it all. You could tell us the brutal shit. I'm catching here and there, but he gave these long fucking dragged out stories in between songs, and you just remembered it. So you picked up the disc and you were kind of like, oh, that's the song he mentioned, digging a pit or whatever the hell it's called. That you remembered it, but again, the cannibals and shit like that, there's at least somebody there or there's the newbie. They're potential. They might be a fan. You're gonna draw them in. You're just gonna draw them in better, man. It's more entertaining. Why do you think Ghoul's so good live? Nunslaughter's still good live, but dude, nothing even. I feel bad for all the guys, and which it seems like it's a lot these days. Because people I meet, it's like, how the fuck have you never seen them, dude? You were literally you're my age, you're very close to it. Where the fuck you been? So I met them. First time seeing Nunslaughter, but you'd never seen him when Kanye was alive, aka Jim Sadis. Those were the days, man. The commentary between songs, the stage banner, nothing better. Go and listen to goddamn Nunslaughter, One Night in Hell, another one of the best live albums. Nunslaughter, Radio Damnation. Since you weren't there, go listen to those, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That's what they do at shows, and that's how before I knew Nunslaughter and shit like that, saw him live and thought it was fucking hilarious. And then you throw, oh man, so what's this band about? Not some boring ass, here's some incantation worship band that just this next song's fucking blasphemy of God. And that's if they even say that. Just one after another. It's like you think any of these people know the goddamn songs? They don't. So it's a fucking snooze fest is what it is. So highly encouraged get good at your goddamn stage banner. Fucking Exhum's been slacking like a motherfucker too. They're the king of kings. Back in the fucking day, I'm talking Slaughter Call days. How do you know, dog's dog was there, of course, and I busted Harvey's balls even on camera. I think it was on camera. Like, dude, you're slacking off on that. You got to go back to the old days. I mean, it makes for the show. I'm just telling you. Now I'm sure the guy's showing up in his fucking goddamn baseball cap, drinking his Budweiser, looking forward to the goddamn fat ball game tomorrow Sunday. Well, who cares, bro? Opinion irrelevant. Tape on that mouth shut. Of course you don't fucking care. Why are you even here, bro? The only thing you're excited about is the fat ball game. Get your bitch ass out of here, bro. You ain't in the goddamn metal. Anyways, thank you for the daily videos, and I hope I get the chance to meet you sometime. It's easy to do, bro. You'll know exactly where I'm at. June 21st, 2025, on a Saturday. I know you're fucking definitely in high school, based on Leviticus being your favorite goddamn band. Hey, we got the Regurgitator here. We got Malignancy there. Sure, if you like Leviticus, I sure as fuck hope you like those two bands. They're playing, goddammit. West Side Bowl, Youngstown, Ohio. Well, dog, I don't know. I live in goddamn Michigan. It's a fucking 3-hour drive. Who gives a shit? Actually, depending on where you're at, maybe less than that. You're 16 and older, you better have a license, brah. Licensed car and a goddamn job. What do you mean, dog? I did. Well, mom got it for you. Your parents were doctors and lawyers. Parents weren't doctors and lawyers. Homeboy had a job, bought it myself, never even got a 50-cent goddamn allowance in my day. If I could do it, you could do it. There ain't nothing special about me, man. Half the people rip on me in the goddamn in the fucking comments saying I'm borderline fucking autistic, retarded, fucking IQ very fucking low. So if that's the case, well then shit. I'm running circles around all of you with the higher IQs. All you out here is shucking and jiving. Don't know what the fuck you're doing. So if you're 16, if you ain't got a car, fucking license, and a job, means you're able to drive the goddamn Dead by Dog. West Side Bowl, June 21st, 2025. Again, Youngstown, Ohio, motherfucker. You can meet the dog there. You know where I'm at. I don't know where you are. So your dream could come true, and you got plenty of notice, homeboy, to keep saving them goddamn McDonald's paychecks. What the fuck kind of user ID is this? But it's goddamn Paysky. JMac 1000394 store. Whatever the fuck that means. Paid question. What's up, J-Dog? I recently saw Desolus put on Dark and Evil show, and they shouted you out on stage. Really, at a random show they did? Which led to Bra Bra chant from some crowd members, even in bumfuck PA. That kind of makes sense. I think the PA is just right next to Ohio, so that's cool. The dog gets respect and recognition. Cool. Also, a great lineup just got announced for a show in New York soon. and you interviewed each band, which may be a first-time occurrence. Malignancy, the Homeboys from Eternal Bleeding, the Almighty TISH, and the Almighty Immolation. Yep, yep, yep. Talk to all them homies. Be there or die. Be there or die. Tri-State Devils. Where's that at? I mean, granted, I'm not going. I've seen all the bands. There's no reason for me to go. Anyways, on to the question. What are your top 6 Misfits tune skis? I always figured they were canoe core because of all the mall goth hoagies. Another guy, you're 20 years old or younger. I already know that by just the way you're talking. I'd see wearing the merch growing up, but they have undeniable bangers and a good image. Also, do you like the Graves era? I like all the era. Jerry Only era is the worst era, but even that I like. I like the Project 1950s album even. Um, what was that? Devil's Reign. I like that album. It's got a few stinkers on there, not gonna lie. As opposed to Famous Monsters, American Psycho. I liked every song on those, but Devil's Reign did have a couple turds on there. Had some bangers too, like Twilight of the Dead, and basically the 12-inch maxi had the best songs on there. Twilight of the Dead, and Land of the Dead. So yeah, I liked everything. I mean, you could argue, fucking dude, Misfits is the greatest fucking band ever of all musical genres of all time. I mean, it's crossed my mind to think that, to be honest with you. I mean, put it this way: who do I listen to way more often? Metallica, Megadeth, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. Put it this way: all those bands put together, I can tell you them put together. I listen to Misfits more often than all those put together. So, like, who do I like more, the Misfits or the Priests? Misfits by a milestone. So, just to put that in perspective. As far as favorite tune skis, and yes, I think Graves Era is great. Um, favorite songs, shit. I mean, definitely, I Turn to a Martian's one of them. Some Kind of Hate. Um, shit, man, it's tough to pick some. They got some bangers. I mean, some Grave songs I like a lot is Bruiser, uh, The Shining, Dust to Dust, Pumpkinhead. I'm not saying those are my tops, but those are probably my top Grave songs. But give you other just general tops. Definitely tops. Like I said, without that doubt, I Turn to a Martian. Uh, some Kind of Hate. Um, Death Comes Ripping. Probably Astro Zombies. Stalls. London Dungeon. I mean, dude, they got so many good fucking songs. Um, very, very few stinkers. Um, Halloween Part Two, I like it, but that's one of the not as good songs. Halloween Part One's a great fucking song. Um, what's the country sounding song is off American Brutality. That's a little I don't I don't dislike it, but it's definitely the worst fucking probably goddamn Danzig era song. With the exception the demo wasn't that great, especially the original version of She, which I like the later version that came out. That wasn't the demo when it was just very very that was the 1977 demo. Both songs on there weren't that fucking great, but yeah, I mean I would say some of those are definitely my faves. Those are definitely in there. But yeah, it's hard to pick, man. They got bangers for days. Like I said, if I was going to an abandoned island, man, I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, abandoned island, you can only pick like 5 bands. Obviously, Deicide, Cannibal Corpse, Merciful Fate would be in there. I can tell you right now, out of the make 5, Misfits would be one, and I'd have to think real hard on who I'd make a solid choice for the goddamn fifth is. But so you can say top 5 favorite bands of all time is the goddamn Misfits for me. Bailey Antonio Garcia. Fuck, bro. You need to give me a whole goddamn name, huh? Paid question. J-Dog, nuclear garlic bread back with another goddamn paid ski. Oh, did you not want me to shout out your whole fucking name? You shouldn't. You didn't say that, but too late now. Question: do you reckon that there's any albums from being generous here? So he's being generous. You reckon any albums from the last 25 years that could be in the running of joining the top 100 metal albums of all time? That's a pretty damn good question, actually. Love me the classics, but I don't believe we should just dwell in the 80s and 90s forever and could nominate some younger blood as essential listens later, goddammit. So the thing is, fuck, I probably should have done this one first so I can talk an hour about this. what's deemed the classics, not in all cases, because some shit it's undeniable, like Venom, Merciful Fate, and even Priest, Maiden. Those are classics because, dude, they spawned a fucking genre. Yeah, credit is given where credit is due. Kill them all. It's in there because that helps spawn shit, dude. Look, no offense. It's and again, I like him. I like the guy, and again, I gave her mad props. Want to release their shit. Leviticity is not a classic based on scene approval, based on what you did. Now, could it be a classic? I mean, it's the one first Homeboy. It's his favorite band. It's a classic Tim. There's personal preference for classics. So you can say there, dude, there's 100 classics in the last year if you're going by personal preference. I'm sure there's some fucking 16-year-old fucking virgin living in mama's basement that been this shit for 18 months that has all kinds of fucking tops. I heard them all on YouTube, Spotify, and Bandcamp. Doesn't own a single one of them. My favorite one is this, and that. And they came out in the last 2 years. Those are his tops. So those are the classics. Obviously, opinion completely fucking irrelevant. But as far as what the scene chooses, yeah, and as far as death metal and shit, it's going to be Possessed. It's going to be Morbid Angel. It's going to be Morbid Visions, Sepultura Morbid Visions. It's going to be that type of stuff. The Autopsy, Several Survival, the Cannibals, the Deicides, Obituary, Slow Rot. That's going to be the classics just by default. It has to be. They literally were paving the fucking genre. And to this day, for the most part, they are still goddamn better. However, as much as I hate to admit, and again, I can look at things unbiasedly, what would be considered a classic, but again, is it even metal though? Is by scene standards and popularity and kind of it did change something playing the radio and all that is Ghost. Maybe someone would say the Ghost debut album. Again, that's not my opinion, so chill the fuck out. I do like the song Ritual though. I think that's a good song. The rest of that album pretty much sucks shit. Second album, I liked a good handful of songs on that, and after that, I thought it was fucking homo as hell from what I heard. I only heard the third album was the last thing I heard. I thought it blew chunks. I never listened to anything after. I just assumed it's got to be worse. So I'm like not a Ghost fan, but I'm not a Ghost hater either. But I'm damn sure they're not one of my. Put it this way: Attic sends them home on a fucking stretcher. That's for goddamn sure. So they would be put in there. You could argue Toxic Holocaust, which that's fine by me. Evil Never Dies. That's goaded as fuck. I've said it. I said it that minute. I like Evil Never Dies better than any other Sodom record. Now, again, Sodom is more important. That's more of the essentials, the classics, the, what did you call it? The fucking heavy metal goddamn, you joined as top 100 metal albums of all time. Honestly, for me, Evil Never Dies never, yeah, it probably is in my top 100. That's yeah, I would say it probably is. That's a lot of fucking albums. Even Never Dies is probably not in my top 100 because, and it's called like it is too. Like, for example, even we're comparing out of subgenres, like, hey, dog, what do you like more, Suffocation or Toxic Holocaust? Human Waste by Suffocation that's going to be hard to top by anything. That's up there as far as a fave for me. That's definitely my top 100, not even a maybe. But Pierce from Within and Breathing the Spawn and Souls of the Night. I like that shit. But the rest, for sure, Evil Never Dies. But for me, even the rest of Toxic, I like that way more than all those albums. So no one would say that, but they're going to think Pierce from Within is way more of a classic, which I guess by default, yeah, probably is. But I'm spinning Evil Never Dies all day, every day, twice on fucking Sunday over goddamn Pierce. I can tell you that right now. But based on popularity, I'd say something like Toss Holocaust, The Ghosts. I'm just going by what the scene might choose. Again, I'm not necessarily picking, but the only one so far I kind of agree with is Toxic. Maybe Municipal Waste, even though that kind of pains me to say. And again, I don't dislike them. It's kind of catchy, Anthrax, SOD type fucking metal punk, I guess. Like them, but they're fine. I guess let's just say that. But when I do put them on, I can admit it is pretty enjoyable. Something by Dying Fetus, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't mind if somebody threw Destroy the Opposition in there. And that's my favorite Fetus album. I think I love that goddamn record. That could be maybe top 100 of all time. At least not Not for all of metal, no, because if you're talking the Priest and shit, if you're going all back, could it squeeze in there? No. But if you're talking death metal, for me, it could. Yeah, for me. Because even like 90s shit, if you're talking like who's a 90s band? Oh, I gave him credit the other day. Broken Hope, Swamp and Gore. That's their best album, right? Destroy the Opposition, fucking destroy Swamp. I can tell you that right now, in my opinion, as far as what album do I enjoy more. Not talking what's more raw, what's more dirty, who was first, who's got sicker lyrics. I'm not talking about any of that fucking bullshit. I'm talking about which one do I rock out with my cock out, fucking fist banging goddamn mania, ready to rip the goddamn steering wheel off in your fucking car driving, listening to. Destroyed by a milestone over goddamn Swamp. So I'm just going by that. So keep that in fucking mind, bulls. So I know somebody's gonna come in here and say, get all offended and say something dumb as fuck, as if I asked your goddamn opinion and give a flying fuck what you think. Listen what the fuck you want to listen to. I don't give a flying fuck. Sure there's others. I'm sure there's some dumbass fucking hippie black metal band I'm forgetting that I'm like, oh god. But yet everybody does like. Is it Taki or somebody? What do you think of Taki, dog, or Take, or Took, or whatever the fuck you pronounce that? TAAK. Never even listen to it. It's all the name, and the back of the LP said 17-minute songs and shit. I'll turn off fucking Central. Fucking that goddamn boner went flaccid as fuck. So maybe it's the greatest thing since whey protein. Who the fuck knows? Highly doubt it, and never listen to it. But I mean, probably one of those bullshit bands would be thrown in there just by default because the scene loves them, and even though I could get two shits about them. So yeah, but most of it's going to be what slides in there as top 100 is going to just be personal preference, which realistically that's the goddamn way it should be. Who do you need? Some magazine or some online outlet, including me, telling you what to fucking listen to? Listen to this shit and make up your own goddamn 100. Make up your own fucking mind. So who gives a fuck what anyone else has to say? It's your listening pleasure, not theirs. Come switch the church. You know what we're gonna do. Put the combines in. Spring the morning later. Goddamn it.